the gap, standing for Jesus. Standing in the gap for family and friends. Standing in the gap, one love for all, so we all can make it in.
We have a section that we have started on this. I keep saying we started. We've been doing it for quite a while. And what it is, we call it Gap News. Now, Gap News, the purpose of Gap News is to relate what the eternal word to what's happening in current events today. And so we delve into what you might call good news, and some of the news is not all that great and all that, and we try to deal with both of them. Marvel has taken charge of this, as I asked her to do. She's done a great job on it, so I'm going to turn it over to her at this time. Marvel, what's our Gap News for this week?
Well, you know, we've been the last few weeks talking about mass killings and shootings and guns. Today, I want to take a different turn. I want to talk about somebody who has been able to live a beautiful, wonderful life, a long life, and she didn't get shot to death. She died of natural causes. And that person is Tina Turner. I call this section or this episode simply the best.
Music legend, icon through decades, has died. She was 83 years old. CNN Stephanie Elam has more on her incredible life and musical legacy.
Proud Mary was one of Tina Turner's signatures, showcasing her unique sound, look, and moves.
That's my style. I take great songs and turn them into rock and roll songs on stage.
Icon, survivor, a queen of rock and roll. Tina Turner began life as Anna Mae Bullock in rural Tennessee. As a teenager, she moved to St. Louis, where she met rocker Ike Turner.
Ike was very good to me when I first started my career. Started to sing weekends with him, and we were really close friends.
The Ike and Tina Turner Revue's first hit came in 1960 with A Fool in Love, a song they performed on Shindig. They married in 1962, and in 1966 recorded River Deep, Mountain High. It was a hit overseas, but flopped in the U.S. Offstage, Ike's drug abuse fueled violent outbursts.
I had had a lot of violence. Houses burned, cars shot into, like, the lowest that you can think of in terms of violence.
After years of physical and emotional abuse, Tina left Ike in the mid-70s with nothing but her name. At one point, relying on food stamps to survive. In the early 80s, Turner's cover of Let's Stay Together reignited her career. Private Dancer followed in 1984, a runaway critical and commercial success. The album featured her only #1 song. Though she wasn't a fan.
I didn't like it. I wasn't accustomed to singing those kind of songs.
It was also the title of a 1993 film starring Angela Bassett, based on Tina's autobiography.
Did the picture do it justice?
Yes, I think in a way. I would have liked for them to have had more truth, but according to Disney, it's impossible that people would not have believed the truth.
Turner herself appeared in movies such as The Who's Tommy and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. She sang its theme song. As well as the theme to the James Bond film, GoldenEye. One major role she turned down would go to Oprah Winfrey in The Color Purple.
It was too close to my personal life. I had just left such a life, and it was too soon to be reminded of.
The What's Love Got to Do With It soundtrack gave Turner another hit. Her personal favorite?
You're simply the best.
It was very special because at the time when I got it, no one believed in it but me.
When the heartache is over, I know I won't be missing you.
Turner continued recording and touring into her 80s.
Rolling
she was honored by the Kennedy Center in 2005 and inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo act in 2021, 30 years after her first induction as part of a duo with Ike Turner. All the while, her Buddhist faith kept her going.
The calls you make this lifetime can be the effect of a better life the next lifetime. It will be better and gets better and better.
We're joined by Stephanie Ilum, who, of course, just told her story there. And I wonder if you could describe that legacy, because it's certainly ridden with musical success, but also a difficult, abusive relationship with Ike Turner. And she has the rare honor of having been twice inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo act in 2021, but also 30 years before with Ike Turner as a pair.
Yeah, it's true, Jim. I mean, she has a legacy that is beyond where she grew up, how she grew up, the relationship she was in with Ike Turner. She really expanded beyond that. And the thing that I think is really amazing about Tina Turner is the fact of her musical legacy and how many decades, as you were speaking to, she was putting out music. And at a time when people wanted to silo black music, she was like, no, this is the kind of music I'm going to do. I'm going to be the queen of rock and roll, and I'm going to do songs in this way, in this genre. She was iconic in the way she performed and for how long she performed, her positive outlook despite what she may have gone through before. And I'd be remiss if I did not mention her energy performing and those legs. Tina Turner was known for those fantastic legs and those dance moves, right? Her iconic hair. She was always true and honest to herself as she evolved as an artist. And you saw that even with the kinds of songs that she did like doing and the songs that spoke to her, Simply the Best, which was a fantastic song. I mean, the song from Mad Max and also GoldenEye. She did iconic songs for film, for TV, but also just her songs are timeless. You could still listen to them now and they still get you in a groove.
And a portrait of strength, right? A portrait of strength through it all, through those years and those decades.
Yeah, strong, Stephanie, on her own terms. And doing so decade after decade, I think it taught so many people and women about sort of what they could find in themselves as well, just how self-possessed that she was through all the years.
Completely. I mean, think about the fact that this woman was still touring. She was still performing into her 80s. That says a lot about just her fitness, her ability to still sing those songs, to still connect with an audience. There's not many people who are built like Tina Turner and just able to perform. Look at the energy you're looking at right here. I mean, oh, this is actually Angela Bassett being Tina Turner, but she's being her because that's the kind of energy that she performed. I looked up too quickly. I got them confused. But, you know, it's that energy that she brought to the stage and to her music, and that sort of gravelly, rough voice that she had that could always hit those notes but also make you feel it in your chest, make you want to move but also just understand what she is singing about, and giving it a feeling that maybe nobody else could with their voice.
Such an iconic voice and an iconic story as well, overcoming so much in her personal life. Stephanie, please stand by. Let's bring in Chloe Malas, because Chloe, you have a statement online that was put out by Tina Turner's family, I understand, detailing her passing.
Right, and if you go on the Instagram or her official Facebook page, you'll see this beautiful portrait of her with the following caption, which reads, "It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of Tina Turner. With her music and her boundless passion for life, she enchanted millions of fans around the world and inspired the stars of tomorrow. Today we say goodbye to a dear friend who leaves us all her greatest work, her music. All her heartfelt compassion goes out to her family. Tina, we will miss you dearly." You know, we don't know exactly what has caused her death, but we know that she was 83 years young. She had some health issues in recent years, being diagnosed with intestinal cancer in 2016, having a kidney transplant in 2017. But like Stephanie was saying, this was one of, if not the hardest working woman in show business. And she was a pioneer and was the first for so many things. I mean, Stephanie put it so perfectly in the piece that she did and what she just said now, but her music touched so many lives. And some of the things that I just want to point out is that, look, in 1988, she set a Guinness World Record for the largest paying audience for a solo performer. She's had 12 Grammy Awards. She was the first first black artist and first woman to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. I mean, just like the statement says, she inspired the artists of today and tomorrow. She broke the ceiling for so many.
The range of styles through time, too. If you think back to a song like A Fool in Love or River Deep, Mountain High, and then through the 80s, Private Dancer, What Love's Got to do with it, up to You're Simply the Best. We have Nichelle Turner, Entertainment Tonight, host and contributor, joining us by phone as well. Nichelle, good to have you. I wonder if you can help folks just to give the span of her career through time and what she symbolized through all those decades.
Yeah, you were just kind of touching on it and talking about it, her range in just about everything she did. I mean, so many people, of course, she was born as Anna Mae Bullock, and so many people knew her as Tina Turner because that's, the name that Ike gave her during the Ike and Tina years and the Ike and Tina Turner Review. But it wasn't until she really stepped out of that shadow and shed the weight of that where she really just started to blossom. And I remember hearing an interview with her once when they were talking about her new style, when she kind of stepped into her own. And she was saying, I'm tired of singing the blues. I want to sing rock and roll. I want to dance. She was free in a lot of ways. And you heard that in her voice. You heard that in her music. I mean, so many people have so eloquently been talking about how she was the epitome of resilience, the epitome of a strong woman. Not only, was she a mother and raised her children, she raised the children that Ike had before. She was just kind of a mother to so many. Oprah Winfrey, she revered her as well, one of her favorites, kind of a mother figure to her in so many ways. But she set the table for so many of these pop stars that we see today. And her story is just one of strength and resilience. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I heard Chloe saying that she was, one of the hardest working women in show business. I would argue that she was the hardest working woman in show business. And what we saw of her story, we saw it, of course, play out on the big screen when Angela Bassett so brilliantly portrayed her in What's Love Got to Do with It. We saw her fight for everything she ever had. And she fought down to the very end. I mean, it's a very sad day in the music world. It's a sad day in American history because she was a trailblazer in just about every avenue that she ever decided to take on.
I had an opportunity to go on her last world tour. It was back in maybe around 2010 or something like that, and saw her. She was in her 60s, I guess, at the time. She did all the dances. She sang all the songs, just as powerful and just as dynamic as ever. And, she really is an inspiration. All the things that she overcame, all the work that she did, to just put it out there that she was the hardest working lady in show business. And I just wanted to give that tribute to Tina. Art, did you want to add anything?
Well, no, I think they said it all. I mean, she was greatly blessed. And, one thing it shows that even with God blesses you even during, things like Buddhism and all that kind of thing, which we can talk about later. But right now, I enjoyed her. And I was struck when they said she had passed. So, but it's always good to have some good news, so be able to go on the positive side of things, because a lot of things, the reason we have a gap is because of the bad news a lot of times. Mm-hmm. And so understand even during the bad news, God still blesses. So thank you for the gap news.